Hi, this is Juliana Kenny at IT Expo East 2011 in Miami. I'm joined by Chris Knowlton, Senior Product Manager at Microsoft. Thank you for joining me.
You're welcome.
So I understand we're going to experience a little demo here.
Right, so we're showing today Expression Encoder 4 Pro with Service Pack 1, which adds some new features for live smooth streaming. And what I'd like to do is quickly show you how easy it is to set up a live broadcast that works on both the PC and the Mac and Windows Phone, and also to iOS devices, in this case the iPad.
Sounds good.
All right, so what I'll do is I'll start off by bringing up Expression Encoder Pro. And it has a really easy interface here. I'm going to start with the live broadcasting project. And I have a camera up here, which eventually I'll source from. So basically, we give you a set of tasks right away to explain the key things you need to do. So first, I need to add a live source. And so I'll go and pick this camera, which is a LifeCam by Microsoft. And the blue light just came on, so we have it. And now you can see a preview of it there in the upper left. And I'll go ahead and add audio to that real quick. The next thing I need to do now is actually choose the encoding profile I'm going to use. In this case, it's widescreen because I'm going to the iPad. That's really my target device. And I can choose H.264 or VC1. So I'll choose H.264. And we have a profile in here among many profiles for iPad on Wi-Fi, which is what we're using. So I'll go ahead and choose that and apply that. Now my next thing here is actually to go ahead and select the output. How am I going to get this encoded signal to you end users? And what I'm going to do is actually push it to IIS Media Services. In every copy of Windows that you get today, especially Windows Server, you get IIS, which is our Internet Information Services, our web server. It's kind of like the Apache for Microsoft, if you will. So I'm going to go ahead and bring that up. And I'll show you what that looks like real fast. Oops, I have a shortcut for it here. I'll just go down to that. So this is IIS, and I'm going to go to a website that we've already created. And it's called Emily. It's a folder on our default website. And go to Live Smooth Streaming Publishing Points and create a new one. Publishing point is basically the concept of here's where you go to get the URL. You know, if you have a URL, here's that URL where you find the video. So I'm going to create that. So I add the publishing point, and I'll just give it a quick name. Let me turn my back to the camera for just a second. I'll call it Business Video Expo, since that's where we are today. And I'll just skip. I'm going to turn off archiving. We don't really need to archive it, but we still have DVR, digital video recording control. So like at home when you're watching TV, you can stop a live stream, pause it, go back. And for mobile devices, what we're going to do here is just click one box to enable the iOS, the iPad streaming. So it's just that simple. Add one box, and suddenly I can go and deliver now to iOS devices as well as smooth streaming to PC and Mac. So I'll start the publishing point. Oh, hang on. Looks like I forgot to stop it last time. Okay, let me go ahead and restart that and switch back to Expression Encoder. So now here's where I specify the outputs going to that IIS server, which happens to be on the same box in this case. And I've already got a shortcut for it, so I'll just pull that up. If I connect, there's a connect button here. This actually validates that you have a good connection between your encoder and your server. It just turned green. That tells me we have a good connection here. So I'll go ahead and, one more thing I have to do. This is where the live templates come in. On the output tab here, I've got the Silverlight templates that are available. And I'm going to go ahead, and I've chosen the corporate Silver. This is actually Silverlight running in the application, so you can see exactly what you're going to get. I'm going to generate details, so I'm going to publish this page and the media player out to where we can see it, where a user can get to it. And I'm going to go ahead and start the publishing point. And what you see here now is the live preview of what's being encoded. This is a live stream coming off the camera. And I will switch back over to IIS for a moment and refresh the screen. And you'll see that it's running now. It says started, and I will actually show details. This is one of the features in IIS Media Services, the ability to see in real time the data that's being transmitted from the web server out to various clients. And now as a test to this, what I'll actually do is go grab the iPad here and turn it on and get it started. And I'll go to Safari. And I'll refresh the screen here and hit the play button. And there we have live streaming. I'll actually make a big screen here for you. So now we have the live streaming going on. This is a little bit, you see 30 seconds ago, though, just because of the way the Apple format delivers the content. It's a little behind the real time. But it was easy as that. It just took us a few minutes to go through, set up Expression Encoder, set up IIS Media Services, delivered to both Silverlight and to iOS devices.
Excellent. Thank you for taking the time to show that to me. That's very, very cool.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Once again, this is Juliana Kenny with Chris Knowlton from Microsoft.